Don't show up and throw up. Don't present and pitch your presentation to the same person regardless. Hi guys, thanks for watching. Today we're going to be doing the hot button closing technique, which is a series of words, things that you can use when you're on a sales call, when you're doing a demonstration, when you're taking someone for a tour of the products or the services that you sell, and this can help increase the amount of sales that you make. It's a closing technique, and we're going to get into this. We're doing one every day, so thanks for watching, and let's get into this. Hi guys, thanks for coming to my channel. This is where we're going to be looking at audiobooks and how we can improve what we can do and what we can learn from some of the best audiobooks in the world. And I want to let you in on a little secret. If you're not a fast reader, I'm not either. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be conquering that with audiobooks. We can listen to the audiobooks. I'll show you how, and if you have any questions, let me know. So let's get into this. I look forward to going on this journey with you. This is the fourth closing technique that we're going to be going through, and it's called the hot button close. And if you don't know what it is, you're going to love it. It's one of my favorites. Now, the hot button close is based on the fact that 80% of the buying intent, the buying decisions, are based on 20% of the product features. Or as Brian Tracy says, it's more like 90% of the reason people buy is based on 10% of the features. So everybody has a hot button, a reason why they would want to buy a certain thing. For me, I'm filming this on the Galaxy Fold. It's phenomenal, and almost every part of my decision for buying that phone was based on the fact that it had a foldable screen. There are loads of other benefits. It didn't bother me. My hot button was the fact the screen folded. So when you're doing these demonstrations, what this technique is all about, the hot button close, it's about understanding what are your buyer's specific hot buttons, and then press that button repeatedly over and over again. Now, this is the key benefit of your offering, which is what the buyer wants more than anything else. When you mention this, the more you mention it, the more they want to buy your product. The more you mention other things, the more you go off on a tangent, the less they want to buy it, which is why it's vital that you understand what the hot button is, why it's important, maybe not why it's important, but then know what it is, and then you can press it repeatedly. Now, he said, good salespeople are those that question skillfully and listen carefully to the answers. They listen for something that's called the Freudian slip. Now, the whole concept behind this Freudian slip premise is the more that you ask your prospects and the more that you allow them to tell you what they're thinking, why they're thinking it, what they like, what they don't like, the more they will give you exactly what you need to be able to sell to them. They'll tell you exactly what they like, what turns them on, and what turns them off. And you can use this information to get them to buy and purchase your product, service, whatever. Now, there is an old saying which is telling is not selling, which is vital here. You need to ask questions, skillfully ask questions, and listen to the answers that help you understand what they like, what they don't like, and you can then use that within your presentation. Giving your prospects the opportunity to tell you exactly what they're looking for, what they want, what they need, what they're concerned about, what they value, what they don't value, and why this is important to them. What are their specific, unique reasons that they want this thing, don't want that thing, and what gets them fired up. Now, Brian Tracy says there is a key benefit for every product that you're selling. And this key benefit will be different to each different prospect. And your job is to find out what is that key benefit. Now, this is one of my favorite sales stories ever. And Brian Tracy tells it so well, so I'll try and do it justice. But he essentially says, so there's a story about a real estate agent that takes one of their prospects to a home that is for sale. Now, it's an old house. It's a little bit run down. It needs some work doing on it. It's a handyman special. It requires some TLC. It's been owned before, and it needs a little bit of love. So the real estate agent and the couple pull up to the house. Now, in the back garden, there is a beautiful flowering cherry tree. When they get to the house, the real estate agent asks the couple, so, what do you think? Do you like it? And the wife goes to the husband, look, Harry, there's a beautiful flowering cherry tree in the back garden. I've always wanted to live in a place that had a beautiful flowering cherry tree. The husband says, shut up. And the story essentially says, you know how he is. He always says shut up to everything. And this is one of the key moments, because that is the hot button. So they get out of the car and they go into the house. Now the salesman is no dummy. He walks in behind the couple, and the husband says, the floorboards need to be replaced. That's a big cost. And the salesperson says, yes, but look, from here you can see that beautiful flowering cherry tree in the back garden. They go a little bit further. Harry says, oh, the carpets are worn. We're going to have to replace that. And the step's broken outside. We're going to have to change that as well. And the salesperson says, yes, but from here you can see that beautiful flowering cherry tree in the back garden. Now, as they walk through the house, they point out different things, like, look at this living room. They'll need to put in new lights and new fixtures. The salesman's like, yes, but from the bedroom you can see that beautiful flowering cherry tree. Now, this happens with almost every single room that they go into. Every fault is countered with, yes, but look, you can see that beautiful flowering cherry tree. Yes, but imagine in summer when you see that beautiful flowering cherry tree. And I think this is pretty funny because it's almost ridiculous. Every problem with the house is countered by the salesperson mentioning the beautiful flowering cherry tree. He says, the bedrooms are too small. The salesperson says, yes, but look at the view that you have of that beautiful flowering cherry tree. Now, at the end of the visit, the wife says to the husband, gosh, Harry, I really do like that beautiful flowering cherry tree. He says, Mrs. Smith makes the home purchases in most of these situations, and eventually they bought the house because of that beautiful flowering cherry tree, or because of the salesperson's ability to understand what the hot button was and press that over and over again, linking it to the purchase and creating that imagery in the mind of the prospect. Now, he says, as salespeople, our job is to find out what the hot button is and press it over and over again. And what he says is what amazes him about certain salespeople is they'll talk, but they won't do enough asking to find out what is the prospect's hot button. He says, for example, the prospect will say, wow, I really want a house with a pool, or I'd love it if this place had a pool. And the salesperson says, yes, well, you could put a tennis court over there. And he says, no, but I'd like a pool. He says, yes, but the gardens are lovely over here. It's like, well, you're not listening to what I say. What I'm telling you is I want a pool. So if you tell me there is a possibility to build a pool here, if you're telling me that that's a feature that can be added, I'm more likely to want to get it because you're linking it to my hot button. Saying, what I want is a pool. And it's the salesperson's professional objective and priority to understand what that hot button is, press it over and over again, and don't ignore and carry on with your presentation, your pitch, and all that kind of stuff. Another way to put it is, don't show up and throw up. Don't present and pitch your presentation to the same person regardless. Tailor it, make it specific, and by doing that, you'll use the hot button close. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share. If you wanted to subscribe, that'd be fantastic. And we're going to be doing one of these closing techniques every single day. So if you're a salesperson, let me know what you think. If you're not a salesperson and you'd like to get your way a little bit more, also let me know what you think. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.